What is going on, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and I had not planned on making a second video today, my fellow agents, but I have been receiving a lot of questions at the channel since Title Update 19.1 was introduced this morning. Therefore, I figured before the end of the day, I would bring you a quick update and let you know of a few things that you should be aware of before you jump into the game. Now, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, and we are having a giveaway for a PlayStation 5. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced December 31st of this year. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, my friends, is the Nexus apparel event, which did begin this morning, and every player in the game, when they logged in, should have automatically received one apparel key. And for those of you out there who did buy the premium reward track, you should have received an additional 3 keys, which would be 4 keys total. Now, I know for many of you out there, including myself, the keys were not granted to you when you did log in this morning. Now, the game is well aware this is going on, and unfortunately, this does seem to happen pretty frequently when an event begins. And just like in events past, we will get those keys retroactively. Again, you are either going to get 1 for free or 4. If you have any other questions in regard to that, please let me know. Now, that does take us to the next portion of the apparel event, and this is for those of you out there who are getting that notification on the screen that you did get an apparel event key, but upon checking your inventory, you do not see one there. Now, for those of you that may not know, when an apparel event is active, you're going to get 1 apparel event key for every 4 shade levels that you gain. And as you can see on screen, there is a clear indication not only when you get a key, but also how many more shade levels you need to gain before you're going to see your next one. Now, as I said a moment ago, for some of you, upon checking your keys, you do not see one there. And when that takes place, one simple workaround that seems to work most of the time is completely shutting the game down, then turning it back on. And when I say that, I am not talking about logging out and logging back in. I'm talking about a full game close and restart. That should solve the problem. You should see the keys that the game indicated you had in the first place. If that doesn't work, please let me know, and as always, I will try to get you answers as quick as I can. Next, my fellow agents, we are going to talk about the Incursion, and there are 2 important things to go over really quick. First of all, unfortunately, the cache at the very end is still bugged, and you can see right here, friend of the channel, Cutie Pistols, put out a tweet earlier this morning, and she said cache is still open, thought it was getting fixed. My friend, we all thought it was going to get fixed, and once again, the game is aware this is going on. They're looking into it, and as soon as we have any more details, I promise to pass it along. Now, that does not mean you cannot get the new Ouroboros. It just means your odds of picking it up are much lower. There is a 1% chance from it dropping from a boss, which brings us to the final topic of this video, and that is the fact that when you are facing the boss right, which you can see on screen, he will become permanently immune if players use the Scorpio exotic shotgun or St. Elmo's engine exotic AR against him. Now, to be clear, the footage you're looking at is before the patch was implemented. That's why my St. Elmo's is still doing damage. However, I have heard from a lot of you out there, the main issue isn't St. Elmo's, it's really the Scorpio, so I cannot believe I'm saying this. But right now, if you run the Incursion, don't use the Scorpio, and that's a big deal for me to say because it is my favorite weapon in the game. However, if it is going to cause the boss to become completely immune, clearly that is not a weapon you want to use, especially for those of you out there who use random matchmaking. If you're in a group, you can't figure out what's going on, the boss is always immune. That is why I hope this video helps you out, and as always, questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. On that note, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is my second video I posted today. This morning, I did show you one of my favorite ways to farm for XP in the game. And if you missed that, I will leave a link to it in the video description down below. But at the end of this footage right here, I will show you one of my favorite ways to farm. That is going to do it for this thing. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time. And as I mention at the end of every one of these, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Civilians in distress.
You're next.
how grateful we all are.
Thank you.
Hostiles detected.
They're after you! I think we're done here.